Hello, I'm Zeta, and welcome to my review of the high-grade Universal Century Unicorn Destroy Luminous Crystal Body version. This is a 2019 release, selling for a suggested retail price of 3,000 yen. However, it is a Gundam-based exclusive, so you are going to pay more than that. If you do not live in Japan, I suggest going to side 7, I'll link below, to get Gus to pick one up for you. So this is yet another reissue of the high-grade Universal Century Unicorn Destroy mold. However, this isn't just a standard recolor, throw an extra piece or two on, rehash, and call it a kit. This kit has a ton of extra parts to make it very, very distinct from the other Unicorn Destroy modes and Banshees and Phoenixes that you see out there. So let's talk a little bit about this kit, the highs and the lows, and what all you get with it. In fact, let's start there. What you get with this kit. So you get the unicorn itself and the karate chop hands. You get a shield, a clip, a beam magnum, and a trigger finger hand for it, an extra ammo pack, 4 beam saber hilts, no beam saber effect parts, and 2 holding things hands. You also get this really cool action base 5. This one has this really cool, like, sparkly starlight across the stars kind of look to it. And of course works very well in supporting the unicorn. It also comes with its own little bag of extra parts that you can use for the standard Action Base 5. And you also get a whole bunch of other extra parts. Now, if you watched my unboxing, you know that the manual gives you instructions on how to build the Luminous Crystal version, of course, but also instructions on how to build the regular standard green Psycho Frame Unicorn Gundam. And these are all the extra parts needed for that. I don't know why you would buy the Luminous Crystal Body Unicorn and then not build the Crystal version, but you can if you want. However, there aren't enough extra frame parts to build another unicorn with a green frame. You have to use some of the standard green frame parts in the Luminous Crystal version. So if you're wondering that, no, there aren't enough for you to build the Luminous Crystal and use the frames on another custom. The crystal parts are spectacular. Let's kind of look at some of the details here. So again, they're not molded with any type of special injection or any sparkly bits. The only special injection is the regular armor gets like a gloss finish to it. But the crystal parts are astounding. They are super crisply molded, very finely detailed. Like they have like a faceted look to them, like a gem-like quality. The light catches them from different angles and really showcases all the little fine points that Bandai has molded into these parts. The other cool thing is that they are asymmetrical from side to side. So for instance, the crystals on the left vents are different from the ones on the right vents, the left shoulder and the right shoulder. Now sometimes they cheat a little bit, i.e. the front of one shoulder is the back of the other, so it looks more asymmetrical than it actually is, but it works very well. Even like these little parts here in the backpack, one side is different than the other side. It's very, very cool. What's not cool are some of the things that I'm going to talk about now. So first of all, you get a couple stickers right here on the chest and on the shoulder. I don't really understand why they're stickers. It's not like Bandai can't mold parts that small. In fact, on this very kit, there are a couple pieces that are just as small as the stickers being used. And I don't understand why they went with stickers. They don't look too bad here in this lighting, but in real life, in person, you can definitely tell instantly, oh, those are stickers and those are armor pieces. And again, I just don't understand why. The ones on the front skirt are pieces, the ones on the shoulders are pieces, but those ones there on the chest are stickers. And they also cut out some of the crystals and parts to let the armor show through. I just don't get it, a weird decision. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. The most egregious looking thing on the kit are these round shoulder pieces. Now what this is these are where the polycaps are attached for the shoulder armor. However, this unicorn has no shoulder armor because it's been annihilated by the crystals. So unfortunately, that still shows through the clear plastic. I don't know what Bandai could have done to make this better, other than maybe re-engineer the shoulder pieces, which, I mean, come on, this mold's from 2009. I'm sure they have enough money in the budget to re-engineer a shoulder or two. Speaking of 2009, you're going to get all the quibbles and problems that you have with the 2009 kit, namely these horrible nubs here on the ankle guards and those terrible unicorn elbows. You also are going to have the weird like back skirt thruster things that never seem to work perfectly and tend to fall out. Anything that you have a problem with in a regular unicorn destroy mode, you're going to have a problem with here. It's the same mold. It's a 10-year-old kit, straight out of the box, basically. So here it is next to some of its unicorn brethren. We do not have the Phoenix built yet. We have one, but my son's still working on it. As you can see, it really stands out. The crystal parts popping out all over the body really set it apart from the other unicorns and banshees. And if you have your own banshee, you can do this and set up the final scene. You're going to have to find something to recreate those hands. Those are like the builder fight hands. I don't know what, some option set. And I kind of wish Bandai would make a release of the Banshee with the same exact kind of coating that the unicorn has so that you could have a nice little pairing and recreate this final scene. I'm sure that somewhere in the vast history of Banshee rehashes, metallic gloss injection, special event, whatevers, you can find one that matches this one. But I don't have one in my personal collection. And I have a couple. I have some of the like sparkle versions that were in the theater releases. It just doesn't look right with this kit. So all in all, this is a really cool kit. It's very solid. I mean, it's as solid as a regular unicorn. The elbow's going to fall apart. You're going to pop out that back skirt thruster every once in a while. But it's a good, solid kit. The hands are weird, but I find myself being attached to them. You can't do a whole lot with them other than like karate poses and recreate that final scene. But they're there and they look really good. I would say this is worth a pickup. There are so many unicorn variants, banshee variants, phoenix variants out there that's just a couple other parts from other kits thrown onto one and maybe recolored. This one feels special. This one feels unique. This one feels like it probably shouldn't have been a Gundam Base exclusive. Maybe a P Bandai at the least. Anyway, that's been my review. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Thanks a lot for subscribing if you do. Gonna end the review on a bit of a somber note. Recently, I lost someone very important to me, very important to my family. Actually here amidst the flowers that she planted. And I was kind of inspired to share the words from Unicorn that Marita says to Banagher, actually in this episode, where the unicorn is awakened and Banagher is trying to decide if he's going to slip away or continue on. And I wanted to dedicate it to those of us who have lost someone. And she says, "Here even time seems to glow. No matter how deep the despair, hope always rises out of it. You are light. You can even use sadness as fuel to light the way. The path will lead you here over the rainbow."